Ryan Austin, thanks for joining us on Grove TV. I think at 82 minutes we were all ready to rerun Saturday's interview, but what a performance from you lads to come back from 2-0 down and then win it on penalties.
First of all, I thought the performance was horrific. I thought we were really poor from start to finish, and I think we've got away with murder getting through. If I'm being perfectly honest, we've shown no real we've shown no quality during the night. We've worked on certain things, trying to get into certain areas, and obviously just doing the basics well. And I thought all over the pitch we were never at it, and it was pretty much unrecognisable. Probably gone on for the last couple of weeks now. I think we've probably dodged a few bullets and picked up a few points where we perhaps shouldn't have, and that's been coming a little bit. And I don't know. The game was poor, if I'm being perfectly honest, and full credit to Warrington. I thought they passed the ball well and they moved it, and deservedly were 2-0 up. But then obviously, I suppose one bit of credit that you can take out of the game is we've shown a bit of character. We've scored two obviously late goals and then gone on and won on penalties, but I think that's papering over a lot of cracks, if I'm being honest. Obviously we're pleased to get through to the next round, but there's a bigger picture to look at.
What did you say to lads over the last 48 hours? Because I thought you started off really well, you passed the ball well, and then Warrington really got their stride going.
Well, I said obviously we've made a few changes, and I said to a few of them, a few have been knocking on my door and asking questions about why they've not been in the side, and I said you learn a lot about your squad and your players on nights like this, because some people can think they can just turn up and go through the motions, and I think one or two of ours did do that, because listen, every time you pull on the shirt it's an opportunity to get yourself into the side, and some people haven't taken that opportunity tonight, and they'll find themselves back out the squad and on the bench on Saturday, and they've got no real qualms about it, because I don't think there's anyone who can hold their hands up and say, yeah, I think I've deserved to stay my place in the side.
Yeah. And on 82 minutes, got that first goal back. Do you think there might be a chance of pulling it to 2-2, or did you think that's a consolation and we lose the game 2-1?
No, I think obviously as soon as you score a goal, obviously the momentum swings a little bit, and obviously Warrington are a young side tonight. Like I've already said, they weathered the storm quite well, and then I think once one goes in, you always know you might get that other chance, and then obviously we've got the equaliser, and then we've hit the bar after that. I was a bit fortunate, I suppose, that it's hit the bar, and then Kingsley had a chance to perhaps win it in real time, if you like, so, which would have matched over even more cracks, I think. So, yeah, I suppose we're happy to get through to the next round, but again, there's a bigger picture to look at.
4 good penalties from your lads. They put a couple over the bar. It's pleasing to see your lads being able to hit the target from 12 yards out.
Yeah, I suppose, people have to it takes a bit of cojones, if you like, to stand up and score the penalties, and I think all 4 penalties were composed penalties. Like I say, they put 2 over the bar, and we've got the job done.
Yeah, and moving ahead to Wisbech on Saturday, time to now get back to winning ways and get up that league table, which the lads certainly can prove that they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a good group of lads, and it's a good dressing room, and for whatever reason, for one reason or another, it's not quite clicked in the last couple of weeks, if I'm being honest, and we've tried a few different changes of personnel and 1 or 2 different systems, if you like, and we'll look at that again on Thursday in training, obviously with the view to Wisbech game on Saturday. We've played them, I don't know, in the last month or whenever it was here recently, so we know a little bit about Wisbech and what they're going to be about, and if we play anything like tonight, we won't get anything out of the game, that is for sure. So a few of them might need a rocket, and maybe that's what we need. Listen, it's a good dressing room, and sometimes it's a nice dressing room to be in, but sometimes you need that ruthless mentality. Obviously winning football matches isn't easy, and we've been on a bit of a slump, if you like, and we need to snap out of that very quickly, because if we don't and we don't start picking up points, then obviously the season can pass you by very quickly. So we need to make sure that we're at it and we pick 3 points up Saturday.
So a lot of food for yourself, Dave Riley, Dave Hamlet, on Thursday night when you get the lads back in for training. Yeah,
definitely. I suppose it's headaches that you'd like sometimes, but we've got. I'll still say on record, we've got a good squad, and that hasn't changed. We just need to address a few things and start getting the basics well, and start changing the principles, and getting that work rate back to where we were at when we were winning games and playing the right areas of the pitch. I think sometimes we're our own downfall, if you like, and we need to make sure that doesn't happen.